Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, smash like, and leave a comment if you think you can unravel the mystery before we reveal it. But beware, some secrets aren't meant to be uncovered. The night air in Swindon was cold, sharp, and still, the kind that presses against your skin and whispers that something is terribly wrong. Streetlights flickered along Baden Close, casting long, distorted shadows on the quiet suburban homes. The hum of distant traffic was the only sound until a frantic call pierced the silence. "Police, we have a disturbance. Please respond immediately." Officers raced to the scene, their sirens slicing through the calm like knives. They arrived to find the front door of a modest, brick-lined house ajar, swaying gently with the night breeze. Inside, the smell hit them first, metallic, heavy, impossible to ignore. In the living room lay Sarah Forrester, a 55-year-old mother of two, a mental health counselor whose life had always been devoted to helping others. Now, her life had been violently stolen. Detective Inspector Claire Rowland stepped over the threshold, her boots echoing against the hardwood floor. Her eyes scanned the room with practiced precision, noting every detail: upturned chairs, a broken lamp, and curiously, a small piece of paper clutched in Sarah's hand. It was smeared with ink, the words barely legible: "You shouldn't have seen me." Outside, neighbors gathered, whispers spreading like wildfire. Who could do this, and why? Fear rippled through the street. Children were pulled inside, dogs barked incessantly, and the warm, safe suburban night had been replaced by something cold, dangerous, and unexplainable. Then came the arrest. At just 13 years old, the suspect's face was hidden, shrouded in the legal protection afforded to minors. The teenager sat quietly in the back of a patrol car, hands cuffed, eyes distant. A shiver ran through the crowd. A child? Could someone so young really be capable of something so dark? Questions multiplied faster than answers could arrive. Inside the house, the investigation began in earnest. Forensics combed through every inch: fingerprints, fibers, a trail of footprints leading to the basement. Something about the scene felt off, as though someone had staged the chaos to hide a deeper secret. Sarah's computer hummed quietly on her desk, a recent email open on the screen, subject line blinking: "We need to talk, now." Detective Rowland's team found more anomalies: a set of hidden surveillance cameras in the hallway, their lenses dusty, but pointing toward the very spots investigators had overlooked. Why would Sarah, a woman known for her kindness, need cameras in her home? And why had no one noticed them until now? Hours passed, tension mounting, when a scream erupted from upstairs. The team sprinted to the source, Sarah's bedroom. But it wasn't what they expected. The room was empty, no sign of struggle beyond a knocked-over dresser. Yet beneath the floorboards, partially hidden, was a small, bloodied notebook. Scribbled inside were cryptic messages: "They watch. They know. I can't stop it." Just when it seemed the case couldn't become more complex, the basement door, locked, untouched until now, caught Detective Rowland's attention. A key, hidden in a kitchen drawer, fit perfectly. Heart pounding, she turned the lock, pulled the door open, and froze. What they found inside changed everything. Detective Rowland's flashlight pierced the darkness of the basement, revealing walls lined with stacks of old boxes and filing cabinets, dust motes swirling in the beam like ghosts. But it wasn't the clutter that made her pause. It was the small door at the far end, far too narrow to be anything but a hidden room. She exchanged a look with her partner, Detective Sergeant Malik, whose expression mirrored hers, a mixture of dread and disbelief. With trembling hands, Rowland pushed the door open. Inside was a chilling scene. Photographs plastered the walls, some faded, others recent, all depicting the quiet neighborhood, Sarah's house, and disturbingly, the comings and goings of children in the street. Among them, one photo stood out, a grainy image of the 13-year-old suspect staring directly at the camera. How long had this been going on? How many had seen these images before? The notebook found earlier offered little comfort.
Its cryptic warnings now seemed less like fear and more like evidence. "They watch. They know. I can't stop it." Written in frantic, jagged letters, the messages seemed to suggest that Sarah had uncovered something dangerous.
But the twist didn't end there. Late that night, as the detectives pored over the basement evidence, an alert came in from the local hospital. A minor had been brought in with serious injuries after a mysterious fall. When questioned, the girl remained tight-lipped, but Rowland noticed something chilling. A small symbol drawn on her wrist matched symbols found in the bloodied notebook. The connections were becoming impossible to ignore. Someone had been grooming her, guiding her actions, and Sarah had likely stumbled onto the truth. The girl may have been the instrument, but who was the puppeteer? As Rowland pieced together the timeline, she realized the crime was far more extensive than anyone had imagined. Sarah's death wasn't just a murder. It was the climax of a silent war fought in shadows, one that the neighborhood had unwittingly been a part of. And the deeper Rowland dug, the clearer it became that the danger wasn't over. It was only escalating. Then came the call that shook the entire investigation. Evidence from Sarah's home had gone missing. Key documents, photographs, even the original notebook. Someone had been inside the evidence locker. Someone knew exactly how to erase the trail. Rowland's stomach tightened. The killer was watching, closer than anyone suspected, and time was running out. The tension in Swindon had reached a fever pitch. Detective Rowland's office was littered with evidence folders, photographs, and scribbled notes, each one pointing to a puzzle she couldn't yet solve. The 13-year-old suspect remained in protective custody, silent and enigmatic. But every action, every glance, suggested knowledge far beyond her years. Rowland retraced the investigation, combing over every lead. The missing evidence gnawed at her. Someone had deliberately infiltrated the police archive. And then, in a breakthrough that sent chills through the team, they discovered a hidden social media account. It had no name, no profile picture, just encrypted messages exchanged with the girl. The messages detailed every step of Sarah's day, her interactions, even her habits at home. Someone had been orchestrating the events from behind the digital curtain. Interrogation of the girl yielded fragments of information. Under the careful questioning of a child psychologist, she revealed a series of manipulations, subtle coercions, and threats, all originating from a neighbor, someone the community had trusted. The revelation was staggering. The true architect of Sarah's murder had remained invisible, hidden in plain sight, while the girl had been used as the perfect instrument. Rowland's team moved quickly. Surveillance footage captured a neighbor, seemingly ordinary, leaving Sarah Street that night, but carrying an envelope, the same type found in the basement, its contents now missing. When confronted, the neighbor denied everything, but the forensic evidence was damning. Fingerprints, hair fibers, and digital traces linked directly to them. The perfect mask of suburban normalcy was gone. The motive was clearer now. Sarah had been on the verge of exposing a local network of coercion, blackmail, and exploitation targeting vulnerable children. The 13-year-old had been drawn into this web, manipulated into carrying out acts she barely understood. Sarah's death was meant to silence her, a warning to anyone who might uncover the truth. The arrest was swift. As the true perpetrator was taken into custody, the community exhaled, yet unease lingered. How many others had been involved? How deep did this network run? And what scars had it left on a child forced into complicity? Then the final chilling twist came. Weeks later, while reviewing the recovered basement photographs, Rowland noticed a subtle detail missed before: a shadow in the background, a second figure in nearly every image, watching, always observing. It wasn't the neighbor, it wasn't the girl. Someone else had been present, someone who had slipped through the cracks. As the investigation prepared to reopen, the chilling reality set in. The story wasn't over. They thought the killer was behind bars, that justice had been served. But the hidden eyes remained, and the web of manipulation was far from untangled. Detective Rowland sat back, exhausted.
staring at the photographs. Every case that she had handled had left her wary, but this one was different. It had exposed human vulnerability, cunning, and darkness that no one could have anticipated. Sarah's life had ended, but her investigation had uncovered truths that the town would never forget. If you think this story was intense, you're not ready for what comes next. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the chilling reality of what lurks behind closed doors.